just bought the core set and joined the game Discord. Scouring the internet for the packs I can't afford. But now I'm getting worried cause I see it everywhere. The game is dying, they all cry, now I'm a little scared. What the hell, I just bought this game, now you're telling me it's dead, that's really lame. What do I do with all these cards? Maybe sell them at a sale in my yard. It looked like it might be something fun to play. Saw it on the shelf and brought it home that day. Opened the box, beat a rhino and was hooked. Now it might be dead and I am shook. What the hell, I just bought this game, now you're telling me it's dead, that's really lame. What do I do with all these cards? Maybe sell them at a sale in my yard. No announcement for at least a week. The outlook seems a little bleak. All they talk about is Star Wars. Already spent the money, of course. What the hell, I just bought this game, now you're telling me it's dead, that's really lame. What I do with all these cards? Maybe sell them at a sale in my yard. They just revealed a hero, I thought the game was dead. Seems people were just panicked, it's doing fine instead. I'm glad I didn't sell my...
Hello? Can you hear me? This is my first attempt at trying to stream anything. Oh, you can't hear? Oh, okay. Okay, so this is my first attempt at trying to stream anything. I am going to, I guess, first talk about the decks, or the deck that I'm going to play, which is this Hercules. I called it like Tears and Rain because it's based around the idea that you're using the androids to basically protect Amadeus Cho, who is, I think, one of the best, he's one of the best signature allies in the game. He's basically Avengers Mansion at a 2 cost, and he just basically needs to be protected whenever there are any minions on the board because he's gonna, like, he draws minion attacks. But, I mean, that's not a big deal when you've got cards like Victor Mancha, who is basically kind of the main protector of Amadeus Cho. And the reason I chose Victor Mancha is, well, first, he's a 2 cost ally. He has 4 health, and then he reduces the amount of damage taken from each attack by 1. So for most minions, that's going to be like 1 or 2 damage. Some get up to 3, but he's going to mitigate at least 1 damage from that, and then he'll just take the rest on himself, and to kind of help keep him around for a little bit longer than you normally would be able to, I've included 2 copies of Reboot, which is actually kind of, it does 2 jobs. So it basically keeps Victor Mancha healthy, but at the same time, it also readies him so that I can use him with Earth's Mightiest Heroes in order to basically keep Hercules up and punching. Or if I'm able to get Honorary Avenger out onto Amadeus Cho relatively early, it means that I can also ready him to draw another card. Most of the time I'll be aiming at Hercules to ready him because Hercules really wants to be hitting things a lot. So it's kind of it's one of those things that you kind of have to feel out. You have to decide whether you want whether you need the card draw or whether you need Hercules to hit something or thwart for something, which generally you don't want to do because his thwart is not that great unless you have Lion of Olympus out. And here's Lion of Olympus. There's 2 of these in the deck. So those are great. Another card that you really need out early for Hercules is his helmet. Herc's helm. Because when the villain attacks, just exhausting this makes him the defender. You're still going to take damage from it because it only mitigates that damage by 1. But because it makes you the defender, it gives you a lot more options as far as what you can do with defense. So even if you're exhausted, you can exhaust the helm and still be defending again. His golden mace is something that you also want out kind of early. It gives him overkill. Plus, once you start getting your gifts out, this gives you +1 attack for every gift that you have. So he's already natively attacking for 3. When all 3 gifts are out, that's 6 with the golden mace, with overkill, which is really great when you're dealing with minions or even with villains that have retaliate and you have a minion in front of you that you can overkill. You can do chip damage to the villain without hurting yourself, which Herc is going to take a lot of damage towards the beginning of the game. And it's why you hope that you can pull out Prince of Power relatively quickly, because any damage that you do over the hit points of whatever it is that you're hitting, Prince of Power turns that into health. So even if you're not getting the overkill damage to spill onto Magneto, Prince of Power is really great to keep Hercules healed up. His gauntlets, once you have all your gifts out, your gauntlets give you a retaliate 3, and then one of your gifts gives you retaliate 1. So you have retaliate 4 by the time you get all your gifts out and you have your gauntlets out. This is kind of an insane card towards the end of the game, because every time something attacks you, you block with Hercules, and that's 4 damage automatically to that thing unless it has range. And then, you block something else with his helm, and that's another 4 damage. That's going to be enough to either kill or get very close to killing basically any minion that is put in front of you, and severely damaging the villain, which is great. You also want to get Olympus out fairly quickly. I mean, most of his cards, like, the Golden Mace, the Gauntlets, even Olympus, aren't actually useful until you get at least 1 gift out. But the sooner that you can get them out, if you can justify getting them out fairly early, you don't have to worry later about trying to find them when you're needing to play some cards. Olympus is kind of a funny card because while it gains resources as you gain gifts, the cards that you're aiming at using it for in his kit don't need it, because so you've got, for instance, Wisdom of Athena here, which is horribly costed at first. It's a 3-cost event and it only removes 4 threat from a scheme. It's terrible. I'm not a Marvel Champions math person by any means, but even I can tell you this card, the cost is absolutely awful until you start getting gifts out and the cost starts going down. So by the time Olympus can give you 3 resources to pay for anything, Wisdom of Athena and Gift of Battle, each cost nothing. So Olympus is kind of a funny card in that, like, on the surface it seems really good, but as you play through, and especially with this deck doesn't have a lot of high cost stuff. Like I've got Brother Voodoo in here and Protector. You know, Brother Voodoo, he goes and he finds any of the events that I might need at any given time. So, like Wisdom of Athena, if I need to thwart something, or Gift of Battle. I have a pretty good chance of coming up with one of those, or with, you know, one of the other things that I have in here, like Limitless Stamina to ready Herc, or Earth's Mightiest Heroes to use one of the other Avengers to ready Herc. Even Face the Past if I haven't used it yet, and then, you know, Reboot to heal Victor Mancha, or even Protector if it comes down to it. And then I've got these Counter Punches and Bait and Switch, and a couple copies of Bait and Switch. So there's a lot of events that Brother Voodoo can go and try to grab, and most likely you'll find something that you need at the time that you need it. But yeah, see, Olympus is like, on its face it seems awesome. It's like, oh, three resources, you know, by the time you get all of his gifts out. But that's the problem is that most of his kit, by the end of the game, none of his kit is going to cost you more than one. And by that point, you've probably, there is Son of Zeus, but it only costs 2, so you're still wasting a resource. But, like, the rest of his kit, like, hopefully by the end of the game, you've gotten Golden Mace out, you've gotten Prince of Power, and those each cost only 1. And so, like, with the rest of his kit, he's only got 2 other cards, that's Son of Zeus, to aim any resources at. His kit is actually incredibly well costed, you know, leaving out the event costs at the beginning of the game. But the rest of it is super easy to get out. So, Olympus is kind of one of those weird cards where it's like, I really like it, and if I'm gonna, you know, as I start experimenting with different deck builds for Hercules, I might lean a little bit more into, you know, higher cost cards that I'm using in the late game just that I can use Olympus on. But for this particular deck, it doesn't have a lot of uses, which is why, along with the theme, I put in Machine Man, who is a great resource sink. He, plus, you know, if you're wanting to do more damage, again, he's a great reboot target. And since you probably have more resources in your hand than you know what to do with by the end of the game, it's entirely possible to have Machine Man do 2 attacks in a turn where you're doing more than just his base stat attacks. So that's kind of why I included Machine Man, along with the fact that he's an android, so he plays into the theme a little. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot about this deck that really, I think, stands out or works a lot with the rest of this. I mean, Indomitable works pretty much just with making sure that Herc is ready after he does a basic defense. Ready for a Fight is for those times that you clear one of his labors when you've already flipped up for the turn, and so you don't have to worry about flipping back down. It gives you the card draw, and then it can set you up to, you know, if the villain is scheming and it's scheming for a little too much, you can just Ready for a Fight, and you don't have to worry about it. Quinn Carrier is kind of a weird one. It's very useful when you need it. Any resource generator is generally fairly useful when you need it. I bought this playmat when I first started playing the game. I'm glad I did. I also have the one for Rise of Red Skull. I think it's downstairs though. But anyway, like the Quinn Carrier, it's a little pricey for Hercules' deck, especially with him being a 4-hand size hero. But at the same time, you know, when you're clearing labors, and you're also drawing cards. So I keep it in the deck just because it can be useful at the beginning of the game if you can get it out. If not, it just kind of becomes something that you toss. And then obviously the 3 doubles, which towards the end of the game kind of become less useful. But again, that's why I have Machine Man. So now I guess we'll talk about the labors really quick. So there's 3 labors, and I know for most of the people, they do not like to get this Protect Humanity one at the beginning because it's slow. It usually takes, at the slowest, it's going to take you at least 3 turns in order to get rid of it. But for me, I much prefer getting Protect Humanity over Defeat the Hydra. I hate getting Defeat the Hydra first. To me, Defeat the Hydra, it just... It for whatever reason, it seems to slow everything down for me, and then I end up with more stuff than I can deal with, and hopefully with Magneto I don't end up with Defeat the Hydra. For whatever reason, I keep drawing that as the first one, no matter how many times I shuffle, so that gets really annoying. Embody Pathos, I don't mind getting either as the first one, which is weird, because, you know, that's the thwarting one. You'd think, oh, that's definitely not one that you would want at first, but I think Embody Pathos and Protect Humanity generally give me a little bit more time to kind of stabilize my board, at least a turn or two, whereas Defeat the Hydra, I'm immediately trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get rid of this minion, especially if I have extra minions on top of that. And then Protect Humanity, one of the things I really like about Protect Humanity is that it immediately grabs you Amadeus Cho and puts him on the board. So he's immediately drawing you a card as soon as Protect Humanity comes out. Or at least the beginning of your turn when it comes out, because typically it ends up... Well, actually, I guess when you bring it out, it is during your turn. So yeah, he's immediately drawing you a card, which is great. So anyway, I guess... Oh yeah, we should probably go over the gifts. So a lot of people have been very underwhelmed by the gifts. I think they're great. The plus hit points actually can be kind of helpful. They can give you just that little extra bit of life to stay alive, because you are taking quite a bit of damage as Hercules. You're not wanting to flip down too much if you can avoid it. Particularly since his thwarting is so bad. But, like, you have Shield of Perseus, which gives you Retaliate 1. So when you have his gauntlets out, you have Retaliate 4 once you have all of these out, which is just awesome. The Nemean Lion Skin, it gives you 2 hit points and you gain Steady. That Steady, like, I think people really overlook the importance of that Steady. That Steady is crazy good especially when you're going up against a villain that likes to throw, like, confuses or stuns at you, because you can just basically just set it off to the side and laugh. And generally, if I'm steady and I'm stunned or confused, I'll put my token upside down so that shows I'm only partially stunned, like I'm not fully stunned or confused. That's just been the easiest way for me to do that. And then the Sword of Peleus, he gets another hit point, and his attacks gain piercing, which again is great. Like Magneto, he comes into play as tough. So this isn't going to help me right now, but in the future, as he flips over to his other side, he's going to get tough back again. And I don't play Magneto a whole lot, so I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes during this game, but I'm pretty sure that he has other ways to make himself tough. So if I can get the Sword of Peleus out, that isn't going to matter at all. Every time I play a villain and I have the Sword of Peleus out and then the villain gets tough, I just kind of laugh, because it's the easiest thing to get rid of once you have that sword out. So right now we're gonna, I guess we're gonna start. I will put my deck back together and get it all shuffled up, I'm going to shuffle these. I typically shuffle all of these together because it's easier to shuffle 6 cards than it is 3, and then I just deal them out into their respective decks. So we'll shuffle these up and get started with the actual game. I really hope that I don't get defeat the Hydra first because I hate that one. Alright, so put these off to the side and we'll get this back together. So I am playing on just standard. For me, I don't know, I can play expert and I have played expert, but I kind of like to build janky decks, more theme focused decks, and so, or just kind of decks based off of a weird idea that I've had. And those are not always the best when you're playing on expert. So for me, standard is a lot more fun. Also, I just kind of like to play chill games most of the time. So it's just, and there's not a lot of standard gameplay. I've noticed with other streamers, most other streamers prefer to stick with expert, and I mean, good on them. Like everybody can see you lose really badly if things go very, very wrong with expert, or even just a little bit wrong with expert, depending on the villain. But I don't know. We'll see. Magneto, man, Magneto is another. Yeah, and that's D. Larso. Yeah, that for me. That's like one of the big things is that with this game is about it's about having fun. Which is why I rarely pay attention to any of the meta stuff. You know, when I'm putting decks together, I want them to be fun. I don't care that they're powerful. I want them to do fun things. And again, you know, with standard, it's a little easier to do that. So I guess, like, for anybody who's kind of getting into the game and you feel kind of pressured to move up to expert really quick, or, you know, not to use certain cards in your deck, I would say just do what's fun. Like, if you have a cool idea for a card that generally people think is really dumb and shouldn't be in the game, so what? Just, you know, give it a try. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I've had several decks that I've put together that haven't really worked all that well. Alright, so we'll put this so that it's mostly on screen. Flip Hercules over. But yeah, that's kind of been, like, not to complain or anything like that, but one of my biggest beefs with parts of the community is that people focus a little too much on, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't be playing this hero, you shouldn't be playing these cards, this is OP, this is just dumb, it doesn't do anything, and not enough people are focused on just playing the game and having fun. Oh yeah, standard 3. I like standard 3. I just don't like the extra bookkeeping. So I haven't used standard 3 in a really long time. I should pull that out and maybe use it. I don't know, maybe next week. Maybe next week I'll pull out standard 3, and whatever I decide to play, I'll use it. It'll probably be with some simple villain, because all the extra bookkeeping, and then with the streaming and stuff, you know, like I said, I'm new to this streaming thing, so I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. But I'll give it a try again at some point, maybe next week, like I said. Alright, so I think we're ready to get started. Make sure that we've set up Magneto correctly. So we got Asteroid M, which tells us to set the orbital decay side screen aside. It's under there, so that's fine. And then reveal the boarding party side scheme. So that's right here. Magneto can't have more than 6 per player damage, so he can't have more than 6 damage since it's just me playing Hercules. And then when this is defeated, we flip this card and reveal Sabotage Master Mold, and it's got three thread on it. And then we flip this over. It doesn't have any when revealed text. So it's just a force response after you place a magnet counter on this scheme. If there are at least 3 magnet counters here, discard cards from the encounter deck until a magnetic card is discarded. Reveal that card and then remove 3 magnetic counters from this scheme. So this comes into play with 1 threat on it. Magneto is steady and he has toughness. So hopefully we blast through this, because I know by the end of it I think he loses steady, if I remember correctly. But now we've got Hercules, his labor deck, his gift deck, and let's see what we start out with. Alright, so we have Gift of Battle, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Gauntlets, Brother Voodoo, Quinn Carrier, and Victor Mancha. Wow, I would really have liked a double. Alright, I think I'm going to keep Victor Mancha. And then I'm going to... I think I'm going to mulligan the rest of this. Because for now I think it's a little more important that we build up and get the other cards that we need for this. Hopefully we'll draw a double. That'll help with defending. Don't really need Machine Man. Sorry, I'm very influenced by Crash Space and the way that he kind of does things. He's kind of changed a little bit how I play the game. I math things a little more. I'm normally a seat of my pants player. Yeah, so he's actually made me start thinking a little bit more about what cards I keep in hand, what I mulligan, and what I'm going to do with my cards on every turn. So if I sound a lot like Andre from Crash Space, I'm really not trying to imitate him. It's just that he's kind of influenced me a little bit recently on how I look at how I play the game. Alright, so I have 4, 5 Prince of Power. Ooh, that would be nice to get out, and ready for a fight. So I think with this hand, before I play anything, I'm going to activate his new labors action, and if there's no labor card in play, reveal a top card of the labor deck. So we're going to reveal it, and of course, it's defeat the Hydra. Alright, I don't know if Magneto has any allies that would work. I guess... Oh, he's got the Acolytes, but they all have teamwork, which is terrible. And I don't really want to deal with them, so... let's see, what else is there in here? I think Delgado is the only one that is at least 6 hit points. Yeah. So I could get Delgado, but when he's defeated, for Magneto it's not going to matter a whole lot because he's steady, but he's going to lose any stunned or confused status card, plus I can't really give those statuses anyway, and then he also gets a face down boost card. Plus he gets teamwork anytime another Acolyte comes out. But I hate getting the Hydra out because the Lernaean Hydra, every time you attack the thing, you have to spend a physical resource or it heals 2 damage. So that just becomes a long battle in and of itself. You know what, we're going to try to do this with Delgado. I'm probably going to regret this. Oh, I'm echoing. Sorry. Let's see. Oh my I don't know how to turn this. I don't know how to turn this off. Sorry, let's see. Oh, I guess I could just turn this down. There we go. Did that help at all? I don't know if, am I still echoing at all? Oh, it's really low? Okay. I think I can fix that right now. I don't know, maybe. I didn't want it to be too high. Oh, good. Okay. I figured out what the problem was. All right. So input. Is that better? Can you hear me better at all? I tried turning it way up, so hopefully you can hear a little bit better now. But yeah, so I will continue. Let's see. I think this is good. Oh, okay, great. Hopefully that works a little bit better. Alright, so Magneto has tough, Delgado, oh, he also has retaliate 1, so that's not going to help with my, well, anything. Retaliate, I love it when I have retaliate, not so much when the villain or his minions have retaliate. Yeah, unfortunately, I live right next to kind of a busy street, so I apologize for any car noises that you hear. I also live next to a military base, so hopefully they're not flying tonight, but if they do, you're going to be treated to some very loud overflights. So hopefully they're not flying tonight. I don't think they are. So as far as what I'm going to play from this hand, I'm not going to play Machine Man. I would like to get Indomitable out because I don't have Herc's Helm, so this will at least allow me to block and then stand back up so that I can actually do some damage again. I would love to get Victor Mancha out, but I don't know that that's going to happen if I want to get anything else out. So I can use Machine Man to pay for Ready for a Fight so that I have that out since it's the only one in the deck. I can use Wisdom of Athena to pay for Indomitable, and then I can use Victor Mancha to pay for Prince of Power, which is going to come in it's going to come in useful for the rest of the game, because I'm going to take some damage at the beginning of the game. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So we'll use Wisdom of Athena to play Indomitable. As much as I hate to get rid of Victor, I'm going to get out Prince of Power. And then Machine Man, he'll give me that physical resource that is required in order to play Ready for a Fight. So now we're going to flip up. I think the first thing I want to concentrate on getting rid of Delgado because he's got to go. So I'm going to exhaust Hercules and we'll do 3 damage to Delgado, which means I'm going to take a retaliate. Alright, let's see if this if this works. Alright, so that should have changed Hercules' hit points on your guys' screens. I hope it did. If not, I also have a little counter here. If I have to, I'll just go back to the normal counters and tokens and stuff for hit points. Alright. So that is my turn. I can't really do anything else, so we're ready up and draw up. So there's our mace. There's a bait and switch, another bait and switch, and Son of Zeus. These aren't going to be too terribly useful. The golden mace, as much as I would like to get it out early just so that I have it for later, probably not going to be that useful either. Son of Zeus will at least ready Hercules so that he can do another attack. Alright, so Asteroid M is going to go up by 1. So this doesn't automatically get a magnet counter. Magneto is going to attack me. I think I'm going to... I will exhaust to block it. Or do I just take the hit? Because he's only attacking for 2. I still have 13 hit points. No, you know what? I'm just going to take the hit. So he's attacking for 2. Plus nothing. Oh, good to see advance gone. I hate advance. Though caught off guard is... Oh, caught off guard is the one that I hate the most. That is my nemesis card. D20 has Shadow of the Past. I have caught off guard. Alright, so I end up taking 2 damage. Down to 11. And then Delgado is going to attack me for 2. And again, I'll just take the hit. Okay. Now, let's see what we get for an encounter card. Oh, and I did forget to put a magnet counter on there after Magneto attacked me. Alright, so, Electric Shock. When revealed, you are stunned. Take 1 damage for each magnet counter on the main scheme, so I'm going to take another damage, and I'm stunned, which is unfortunate. And I'm already down to 8 hit points. Maybe taking that hit wasn't that good of an idea. Especially since I'm stunned. This is awful. Alright, so I'm going to exhaust myself to get rid of stunned. Oh, sorry, my cat is... He's very demanding. His name is Ares, and he wants attention. Alright, so I'm going to use these 2 bait and switches to play Son of Zeus so that I can ready Hercules. We're going to attack Delgado again for another 3. And of course that means that I take another damage. This already is not going well. And then the golden mace. I'm not going to hold it in my hand just because I need to get some other cards. I got to get the board built out a little bit more. I'm actually very tempted to flip down so that I get the extra card draw because I have ready for a fight. I think I'm going to do that. So Hercules is popping down, and then we'll end the turn. And I will draw 6 cards. Reboot. Oh, there's the helm. Gift of Battle, that will be useful. Counter Punch, not so useful right now. Limitless Stamina, that'll be useful. And Face the Past. We'll see what happens. I might use Face the Past just for the card draw. Alright, so this is going to go up by 1. Magneto would scheme, but we're going to pop Ready for a Fight to Ready Herc. And then I am actually going to block this one. So he's going to hit me for 2, 3, 4. So I'll take 2 damage. Wow, I'm already down to 5. Delgado is going to attack me for 2, so that puts me down at 3. This is really not going well. And then let's see what we draw here. An advance, so he schemes. He's going to scheme for 2, so the main is going to pop though, and then this would go up as well. Yep, so even though that was 0, it pops at 5, so there goes the main scheme. When revealed, place 1 magnet counter here. If Sabotage Master Mold is not in the victory display, the first player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of the M-type Sentinel minion and reveals it. Alright. So there is the M-type Sentinel. That's true. I would rather lose quick than get like a couple hours in and then all of a sudden it's just everything goes badly and I lose at the last second. I hate those games. Alright, let's see. And I don't remember with this if the previous counters roll over. I think they do. I'm actually pretty sure they do. So this gets another one. Alright, and we'll flip over. And after you place a magnet counter on this scheme, if there are at least 3 magnet counters here, discard cards from the encounter deck until a magnet counter is discarded. Reveal a card, then remove 3 magnet counters from this scheme. Since that happens after the magnet counter was already added on the other side, I don't think that triggers just yet. So, alright. Well, now I've got 2 things I gotta get rid of. Gift of Battle. Oh, at least I can, I'm gonna be able to use Prince of Power for some healing here. I definitely know Herc's Helm is going out. That's not even a question. That's happening. I can use Counter Punch to pay for Limitless Stamina. Gift of Battle costs me 3. That means, but in order to pay for that, because I've only got 3 cards in hand now. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, Herc's Helm was the 6th card. So I can play Face the Past. That's going to get me another minion, which isn't necessarily great. But it'll get me 3 more cards and it'll ready me. So I will be able to do some more damage. Sadly though, I think, is this the last Gift of Battle? No, it's the 2nd Gift of Battle, so there's at least 1 more in here. I think... Oh, let's just go all in. If it's going to go... I mean, it's already going badly. Why not make it worse? Alright, so we're going to do Face the Past. Find the Nemesis minion and reveal it. Oh look, there's Ares, who also has Retaliate 1. We're going to ready Hercules and draw 3 cards. So it's 1, 2, 3. So I got a Wisdom of Athena. And this comes in with 1 on it. Limitless Stamina and a Counterpunch. So all of those could be useful. And then this is removed from the game. So I'll just put that over there. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, this is not going to go well. But at least I have, so let's see. If I attack Delgado for 3, that puts him at 9 of 12. I can then ready, attack with the Gift of Battle, which will overkill him. By 2 points. Prince of Power will heal me by 2. Actually, I think it's probably more important that I start getting rid of these things, particularly Ares. Ares has to go. So I think what I'm going to do is Hercules is going to attack for another 3. So that's 9. I just need to hit him for 3 more. So we'll counterpunch into Limitless Stamina. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Or wait. Okay, yeah, so that's going to ready him. Oh, this is difficult. Because I would like to be ready when I flip down just so that I can heal. Oh, hi Shelby. Yeah, till the wheels fall off. Yeah, this is but I mean, at least this turn I definitely will be able to clear Delgado. So I'll be able to flip down. Oh, I will get the ready when I flip down. So I forgot he readies after he finishes it off. So I will be able to get the heal, flip back up, take out Ares, and then I just have to worry about the M-type Sentinel. Yeah, so that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to attack Delgado for the last 3. So that'll be 12, which will take him out. So Delgado is gone. Oh, and I forgot to take the Retaliate for that last attack. I'm like dangerously low on health here. So that defeats the Hydra. So I like to try to do this in order because timing in this game is kind of crazy. So after a labor, so this would be the labor, is added to the victory display, put the top card of the gift deck into play. So we'll just put that over there, see what we get. We get the Nemean Lion skin, which gives me 2 hit points and I get steady. So there's that at least. Alright, so I go up to 4 hit points and I now have steady. Then after this card enters play, draw 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, nothing that's super useful at this point, but I mean, it'll help me pay for some other stuff, I guess. So Wisdom of Athena would be nice. I can get rid of the boarding party, but we'll do that when we pop back up. So then we ready Hercules, and we are going to flip to Alter Ego form, where I'm going to exhaust and I'm going to heal 4. So that is going to put me at 8. have not watched Reacher, but it is true, details matter. I've watched the movies. I've watched the 2 Tom Cruise movies, which I thought were okay. I've read some of the books, and while I do enjoy the books, it's very clear that they're written by somebody who doesn't understand guns. I will say that as a gun person. But I do really enjoy those books, actually. I've never actually watched the I think it's an Amazon show, isn't it? I have a hard time taking the main actor in that seriously because he was in a show, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it was called Blue Mountain State, and wow, really raunchy, and his character was kind of an idiot. So he would do some really crazy things that I won't talk about on YouTube just because I'm sure that some of them, I don't know, like I'm not monetized or anything, but I don't want to get like restricted or anything either. So yeah, Blue Mountain State, if you like raunchy sitcoms, look it up. Alright, so we flipped down, we healed, we drew cards. Now we're going to flip back up again. I would really like to play the Gift of Battle just to get rid of Ares, because I think that will be useful. Oh, he was in Smallville. Wow, I never watched Smallville. One of my best friends loved Smallville when we were younger. Speaking of which, when I saw what's his name, the guy who played Clark Kent on Smallville, Clark Kent / Superman, like when I saw him recently from a clip of the like, was it Superman and Lois show with Tyler Hoechlin as Superman? He makes a great Superman, by the way. But anyway, I saw Tom Welling. That's it. Oh yes, before I flip up, I did want to get the next trial. Thank you for reminding me of that. Oh, and it's Protect Humanity, which I don't know why people don't like this one. I actually like this one. And not just because it means I get to go get Amadeus Cho. It feels kind of like a breather in the middle of the game. But anyway, I saw a clip of Tom Welling when he came back as, well, pretty much just Clark Kent. He didn't come back really as Superman. And what's the DC, it's not the multiverse. It's whatever the DC version of the multiverse is. Anyway, when he came back for that event for the Superman and Lois show, I saw a clip of that and I was like, holy cow. Like, I never watched Smallville, but I did see enough stuff from it that he was kind of beanpole-y back then. And yeah, I have heard nothing but good things about Smallville. It's supposed to be pretty good. But I always, like, to me, he was always kind of a skinny kid. A little bit like Henry Cavill was, and if you've never seen it, the Count of Monte Cristo that has, oh, what is his name? The guy from The Passion of the Christ. I forget his name. Anyway, when he played the Count, his son was actually played by Henry Cavill, very young, very small Henry Cavill, like tall but very thin. And anyway, like Tom Welling, like he bulked up a lot like Henry Cavill has over the years. I was very surprised. It was crazy. But anyway, yeah. I don't know, I just never got into that. X-Files was my jam as a kid. I was crazy about the X-Files. I watched that all the time. But back to the game. So we have Amadeus Cho. He's now in play because Protect Humanity brought him out. The last Crisis event? Yeah, oh, the Crisis of Infinite Earths, that's what it is. Yeah, I've never really gotten into any of the DC stuff. I did like Man of Steel, though it was a little dark. Like, I feel like since Marvel decided to go really lighthearted and fun and kind of comedic, it seemed like, well, but this isn't just them getting older. This is like a lot of gym time went into like the bulk up that they both got. But yeah, like going back to what I was saying, DC, like, in order to basically not be Marvel, it feels like they kind of went in the complete opposite direction and went super dark with their stuff. So Man of Steel was very dark, which, I mean, like I said, I liked it. I know a lot of people didn't, but I thought Henry Cavill was a great Superman, and I think it was dumb that they kind of squandered that. But like, ultimately, Superman is, as a character, to me, has been more like hopeful, whereas, you know, Batman's the dark one, so I can understand why the Batman movies would be super dark, but not so much Superman. Superman, I think, probably shouldn't be very dark. He's supposed to be like hopeful and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know, I just never really got into the whole DC Crisis of Infinite Earths type stuff. Wonder Woman was okay. I didn't see the second one. I didn't see the Ben Affleck Batman movie, and I didn't see the Superman versus Batman movie either. Yeah, basically, I think really the only thing I've seen is like Man of Steel, and then like the Christian Bale Batman movies, and obviously the 80s Batman movies with Michael Keaton. Classics. Anyway, so back to the game. So we get Protect Humanity out, which means we get Amadeus Cho. I'm going to use Amadeus Cho to draw another card because we want all the cards. And now we're going to flip up. Okay, still exhausted, but I am going to use... I can't really use Reboot right now, so I'm going to use that and Earth's Mightiest Heroes to pay for the Gift of Battle. So 5 damage to an enemy, that's just going to kill Ares so that his Retaliate doesn't matter. And it only costs 2, Gift of Battle only costs 2 because I have a gift out, which is helpful. Then I can go after the N-type Sentinel. When defeated, he gives Magneto a tough status card, but Magneto still has tough, so that's really not much of an issue either. Alright, so I would like to play Wisdom of Athena as well. Alright, so we're going to use Reboot to Limitless Stamina to stand Hercules up. Then he's going to attack the Sentinel for 3. So that's gone. I kind of want to get this other Indomitable out, just to have it out. But I'm going to use Counterpunch and Earth's Mightiest Heroes, since I can't really use them right now anyway, to play Wisdom of Athena to clear off the boarding party. So, when defeated, flip this card and reveal Sabotage Master Mold. So now we have Sabotage Master Mold. Magneto cannot have more than 12 sustain damage. When defeated, reveal the set-aside orbital decay scheme. Add this card to the victory display. Alright, so again, it's got 3 on it. So we'll get rid of this. I would kind of like to keep Counterpunch just because that will kill the M-type Sentinel after it attacks, and that just gets it out of the way. I guess I don't really need to play a second Indomitable, but it would be nice. No, I'm just gonna get rid of that at the end of my turn, and I'm gonna keep the Counterpunch in hand just so I can kill this Sentinel after it attacks. I'll use Herc's Helm to block when it does attack. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got a Son of Zeus, so that'll be nice. Huh. Oh, there's already an identity-specific upgrade you control on Son of Zeus. It's so useful if you can make it hit at the right time. Like, if I can get the mace out and I start using that for attacks, and then I can get a Son of Zeus, or I have a Son of Zeus in hand after I've used it, that's, 2 attacks using the mace, which is great. But until then, it's kind of wonky because it doesn't really do much. I mean, I guess I can ready Prince of Power in hopes that I'll be able to use it a second time for more healing, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, so this is going to go up by 1. Magneto is going to attack. I will exhaust. Let's see, so he's hitting for 2, 3. So I will take 1. But I'm going to use Indomitable to pop back up. The M-type Sentinel is going to attack. I'll just exhaust Herc's Helm for that. That makes me the defender. Oh, and also Protect Humanity, because I jumped in front of it for Amadeus Cho. And then I'm jumping in front of the attack again for the M-type Sentinel using Herc's Helm. So he attacks, I mitigate 1 damage, so I lose 1 more. So I'm down to 6. And I still haven't touched Magneto. He's still at 18, as he has been the whole game. But hopefully I can get built up enough that eventually, that won't matter and I can just pound him into the sand. Alright, so that was that. So now we have our encounter card. Fabian Cortez. Aren't I glad that I got rid of the other guy, Delgado. So this guy is an Acolyte, elite, 4 hit points, villainous. When defeated, the player who defeated Fabian Cortez discards cards from the encounter deck until an Acolyte minion is discarded, then puts that minion into play engaged with them. Speaking of which, I think I forgot to do Delgado's. Oh, he was supposed to have a face down encounter card. I'll just give it to him now. Alright, so Fabian Cortez, when he's defeated, I have to find an Acolyte minion and put it into play. Well, discard cards from the encounter deck until an Acolyte minion is discarded, then put it into play. Oh, and I was going to do that thing with the counterpunch for the M-type Sentinel, so he's gone. I make plans and then I forget all about what I'm going to do, and then I looked at my hand and I was like, oh, I was going to use that card. Oops. Alright, so now it's back to my turn. I do have to deal with this guy. I'm going to give Amadeus Cho Honorary Avenger. Let's see. I wonder if Prince of Power, let's see, because I attacked for 3. Oh yeah, so I could use Prince of Power, because he had 3 damage on him. And then I attacked for 3, so that would have been 1 overkill, so that means I should go up by a hit point. And then I'll use energy to play for Son of Zeus. Or no, wait, I'm not going to do that yet because I'm going to use him first. Kind of have to use him to ready him. Oh, and Amadeus Cho, I should probably draw a card. Oh look, that's actually useful. I got Olympus. Exhaust Olympus, generate a wild resource for each gift card you control, so this is worth 1 resource. Not super useful right now. I can't really use it for anything because Son of Zeus is already being paid for by energy, but for the future this will be great to have out. So you're going to exhaust Hercules, attack Fabian Cortez. So that's going to be 3. Then we'll play Son of Zeus. I'm going to ready Hercules. I'm going to ready the Prince of Power. Because since I have 1 gift, I get to ready an identity-specific upgrade I control, so Prince of Power. Then I'm going to exhaust Hercules and Prince of Power again to attack Fabian. So that's going to give me 2, not overkill damage, but 2 over what he had left. So with Prince of Power, that is going to give me another 2 hit points. Okay. So now... I think I gotta do what this guy... So I have to discard cards from the encounter deck until an Acolyte minion is discarded. Well, there goes my obligation. Glad to see that gone. Okay, Anuncion. I don't really know how her name is pronounced. Teamwork, toughness. When defeated, give the villain a tough status card. If the villain already has a tough status card, heal 4 damage from it. So either way, not that big of a deal. The teamwork is actually the worst part of that. Alright, I can't do anything else right now. So we'll ready and draw up. So I've got Lion of Olympus, Protector, the Gift of Battle, and Limitless Stamina. Limitless Stamina is a good pull. Lion of Olympus can be good. Actually, I think it would be really good. I'll be able to take her out in 1 hit. Ooh, or I can finesse it a little bit to give me some more healing off Prince of Power, just depending on when I play it. Alright, so this is going to go up by 1 again. Magneto is attacking. I am going to exhaust for this attack. So he's attacking for 2, 3, 4. So I will take 2 damage. Which is not great, but that gets protect humanity. She is going to attack. Man, I wish I had an Indomitable. Is that the card I was thinking of? Yeah, Indomitable. Because she hits for 2. So he's got 3 hit points because he's got this Honorary Avenger. So he could take this attack from her and be fine. Oh, she's also tough. I forgot to put that on. So he would still survive, leaving Herc's Helm for another attack by Magneto. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because knowing my luck, he's going to attack again. Oh, plus, since he just attacked, I have to do this. So we place another magnet counter on the scheme, on the main scheme, and since it has at least 3 magnet counters, we have to discard until we let's see. Discard cards from the encounter deck until a magnetic card is discarded, and then reveal that card. Alright. That's just a Sentinel. So he's getting +1 scheme. Oh, and I forgot. Where is Delgado? He gets another face down. Yeah, that's right. He had that face down boost. Whoa. So that's actually 3 more damage I take. So not great. But at least with this it was just the helmet. He can't be confused, and after your hero makes a basic attack against Magneto, spend 1 of each resource to discard the card. I'm gonna put that right there. Sorry, this lighting is not the greatest. It's hard to see the cards. I'll just move that over there. Alright, so now he has a helmet. And he's got +1 scheme, so we definitely don't want him scheming. Now she's gonna attack, and I'm just gonna let the attack go over onto Amadeus Cho, just in case Magneto attacks again. Nope, and we have Magnetic Mayhem. So when defeated, the player who defeated this scheme discards the top 4 cards of the encounter deck. That player places 1 magnet counter on the main scheme for each magnetic card discarded this way. Also, I'm down to just 1 magnetic counter. And this has 4 on it. There's 2. Need more counters out. 4. This is not going exactly well, but I mean, I guess we'll see where it goes. I do have a Gift of Battle. Sadly, I don't have piercing, so I'm not going to be able to take tough off of her. So I'll use Protector to Limitless Stamina and stand Hercules back up. Oh, I guess I should probably use Amadeus Cho to draw a card just to see what I get. Strength. Okay. I think that doesn't really change much. Yeah, oh. He's grown bored of me ignoring him, so now I don't know where he went. My other cat, Apollo, is kind of wandering around too. Alright, let's see, I'm not quite sure. I need to take the tough off of her. Man, I would really like to get more healing off of Prince of Power. But I'm not going to get a whole lot of healing. Man, I wish I had the Sword of Peleus. So I guess I can attack. That would remove the tough. And I could play a Gift of Battle, which will only cost 2. And then heal 1 off of Prince of Power, so I'll be at 5 hit points. And could play Lion of Olympus, which will give me +1 defense going into the villain phase. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna attack with Hercules, which is gonna take the tough off of her. Then we'll play Gift of Battle, which will do 5 damage. And I'll use Prince of Power, so I'll heal 1. So she's gone. And then this is done. And then Land of Olympus will just give me that extra, hopefully that'll help a little bit with the hit points. When I flip down, I'm gonna have to heal again. And that's about all I can do. Plus this is gonna give, oh man. We'll see if I can survive this. I think I should be able to finally start doing more. My deck's almost gone. I've got 2 cards left, so I'm about to add an extra encounter card, which is not great. But yeah, ready and draw. So I got another Line of Olympus. I got Genius. Got that. Hopefully I keep Amadeus Cho alive. I hate the games where I lose him right in the middle because I love the card draw that he gives. It helps so much. Alright, so we need 2 more cards. Indomitable and Reboot, which isn't going to help me a whole lot. It'd be nice if that was something else. Alright, so this is going to go up by 1. Magneto is attacking. I will block for 3. He's attacking for 2. Just 2. So I don't take any damage, thankfully. But that's going to pop Protect Humanity. And this is going to go up by 1, so he gets another Magnet counter. So Protect Humanity is going to go to the victory display. As soon as that does, we get this. Oh, now we get the Sword of Peleus. So now I have piercing. Now I have piercing. I have +1 hit point. So that's helpful. I'm gonna do that and then flip down. I am immediately gonna heal because I can't do that because it's still in the middle of his turn. So never mind. I will draw 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So got some options. We can get Machine Man out. Start dumping resources into him to do some damage or thwart, which will be useful. We've got the gauntlets. We've got another Lion of Olympus. So we definitely have some options. Oh, so he attacked for 3 because of that. I blocked for 3. Ready, flip down, drew 4 cards, got an extra hit point. Alright, so now he's gonna do his encounter cards. Gang Up, which is gonna surge because I am no longer in hero form. Oh, Shadow of the Past. Alright, this is gonna surge. So I'll just put that there so I remember that. Alright, so now we have another side scheme to deal with, which is not great. The Olympic Feud. When revealed, place 1 additional threat here for each Olympus card in play. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Olympus cards, so that's going to have 7 threat on it. Not super great. And then these are going to get shuffled into the main deck. I apologize for any mistakes I'm making. I don't play Magneto a whole lot. Actually, it's been a while since I played Magneto, so like all the extra bookkeeping, I'm far better at Rhino, who's like the simplest villain to deal with because hardly anything else ever happens with Rhino. Alright, so that. And now Shadow of the Past surges into Senyaka, another acolyte. Has piercing, which right now is not that big of a deal. I don't have tough. And the player who defeated Senyaka is stunned. If they are already stunned, they take 3 damage. So that's not that big of a deal because I have steady because of the Nemean Lion skin. So I'm not too worried about that. And Magneto gets his armor, so he's going to be attacking for 4 right now because of Magnetic Mayhem. So not super great, but hopefully I can build up enough stuff so that I can actually start getting rid of some of this stuff. Alright, so Lion of Olympus goes... Oh, one thing I love about Lion of Olympus is if it's ever out and I draw Caught Off Guard, it was already going away at the end of the villain phase anyway, so it mitigates Caught Off Guard. That has happened a couple of times when I've played this deck, where I've drawn Caught Off Guard and I had Lion of Olympus out, and that gave me warm fuzzies because I'm telling you right now, I even wrote a song about Caught Off Guard because that card just, it haunts me. I play this game, I'll get out the card that I really need for the deck to really work, and then I'll draw Caught Off Guard, and it goes away. It's so annoying. I hate it so much. I think I hate that card more than Shadow of the Past, or even Advance. Oh, Caught Off Guard, it's awful. It's really awful. Alright, so now it's back to my turn. Okay, so now I'm gonna exhaust, and I'm gonna heal 4. I'm back to 10 hit points. Let's see. I'm gonna get the gauntlets out. I have 2 copies of Indomitable. I'm gonna use a reboot to play one of them. Then I'm going to use Strength to get out Machine Man. I guess I should use Amadeus Cho to draw a card. That would probably change a few things. And it did. Okay. Well, not really, because I still have enough to pay for it. So I'm going to use Genius. Pay for Victor Mancha. Alright, so now I've got my Defender, my Amadeus Cho Defender, sitting right there. I do need to get rid of this guy. And I've got to flip up. I've still got a Lion of Olympus and an Indomitable in hand. Alright, so I am exhausted. I'm flipping up. Sadly, since I can't ready, Lion of Olympus doesn't really do anything for me at the moment. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop resources using Olympus to pump Machine Man. So he's going to get +1 thwart, +1 attack. I'm debating. Do I get rid of Senyaka? Or, like, I could dump another card and give him +3. because I can spend up to 3 resources, which would give him a 4th thwart, and I can get rid of Magnetic Mayhem, which honestly seems like it might be the better idea. I think, yeah, so I think I'm going to drop this Indomitable to give him extra. Yeah, I'll give him extra thwart and attack. So right now he's thwarting for 4 and attacking for 4. So we'll exhaust him, he'll take 4 off of Magnetic Mayhem. So that goes away, and when defeated, the player who defeated this scheme discards the top 4 cards of the encounter deck. That player places 1 magnet counter on the main scheme for each magnetic card discarded this way. So, oh, there goes Caught Off Guard, speak of the devil. 2, 3, 4. So that's 2 magnet counters, which means the main scheme is getting 2 magnet counters, and that's going to pop. After you place a magnet counter on this scheme, if there are at least 3 magnet counters here, discard cards from the encounter deck until a magnetic card is discarded and reveal that card. Then remove 3 magnet counters from this scheme. So, we have an Electromagnetic Blast. Exhaust each upgrade and support you control. Place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. Alright, so this would go up to 5. Let's see. This is exhausted, this is exhausted, this is exhausted. Everything is exhausted. I mean, I guess technically these are exhausted too. Yeah, I think that hits everything plus the 1 magnet counter. So that goes away, and then this loses 3 magnet counters, so it's at 2. Which means it's going to go off again soon, which is unfortunate, but I'll just have to deal with it. I'm going to hold on to Lion of Olympus. Or maybe I just play it. Because there's only 2 in the deck, and the other one is already in my discard pile. But this will help with defense, which right now I kind of need because he's attacking for 3. And I'm still only at 10 hit points, so that's not great. You know what, I'm just gonna play it. Alright, so now we unexhaust everything. I know I can flip those over. They actually have a ready side. But I was watching Dale the Casual Gamer play, and he just puts them on top on the, like when he's using them for exhaust, and then he just takes them off. I'm like, that's so much easier than going through and having to flip all the little tokens. So I got a Counterpunch, a Son of Zeus, an Energy to pay for the Son of Zeus, and a Protector. Alright, oh, and Machine Man should have a damage on him. Alright, so this is going to go up by 1. Not great, because that's going to end up popping again. Magneto is going to attack me for at least 3. We're going to block. So 3. Shuffle each Acolyte minion from the discard pile into the encounter deck. Not great. Alright, so that means we have a chance of seeing her, him, and him again. So we might be getting Delgado back, Fabian Cortez, and Anuncion. Hopefully not. I would really not like to see them again. So I blocked for 3 because Lion of Olympus gave me that +1 defense. So I thankfully don't take any damage, which is nice. Oh, that goes to discard. Now Senyaka is going to attack. I think in order to keep Victor Mancha somewhat healthy, or no, he's there to block Amadeus Cho, so I'm just gonna, yeah, I'll use him for his intended purposes. He would take 3 damage, but he takes, let's see, he reduces the amount of damage from each attack by 1, so he only takes 2, which is nice. And then I have to draw 2 encounter cards. Not great. Now I'm wrapped in metal. I can't thwart, attack, defend, or recover. I have to exhaust my identity and spend a physical resource to discard this card. So, not great. And then we also get the name Hydra. And I have nothing to attack it with. Also, I can't attack anyway. Alright, so we're going to use Amadeus Cho to draw a card. Not a limitless stamina, unfortunately. It is a bait and switch, though, which might be helpful or not. Let's see. Because I basically can't do anything until I get rid of this wrapped in metal. I'm already exhausted. As much as I would like to get Protector out to help. Oh, and this Lion of Olympus goes away. I guess I could have used the Gauntlets of Hercules to knock off the tough, but Magneto just ends up getting tough back anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Oh! Duh! I should have popped Indomitable. I'm gonna do that. I forgot it was even there. It was just sitting right in front of me. Alright, so I am ready, so I can do... So I can exhaust and spend... I'll spend... Yeah, I'll spend Protector as a physical resource to discard this card. So I can do other things now. Then I will... So this is where it gets kind of difficult because I would like to... Well, I'd like to take out Senyaka. Because otherwise I'm gonna have an issue, but the main is gonna pop if I don't get rid of the threat. So I think more important right now is to play bait and switch, so that'll take 4 off the main, though it does mean Magneto is gonna attack me again. Yeah, I don't have retaliate except by using the gauntlets. I mean, I do have Herc's Helm, so he can block, but that's gonna... I'm only at 10 hit points, and he's hitting for at least 3. So 2, because the helm takes 1. I'm gonna do it. Alright, so I'll use Counterpunch to pay for bait and switch. So I'll remove... So the villain's going to attack me. So he's attacking for 2, 3. Oh, and then this is going to go off too, which is not great, but I gotta take care of this, so yeah. Alright, so Herc's Helm is defending. Or, yeah. It's making me defense. So he's attacking for 3. He gets a tough status card and a face down boost card. Oh, does this face down boost card add to this? No, it wouldn't, because they turn face up at the same time, right? So he's attacking for 3. I take 2 damage. So we're down to 8. You know what? I'm just going to use the gauntlet, so I'm going to knock the tough off of him. Why not? And then that takes 4 off the main. Okay. I have Son of Zeus, so I can stand back up again. I should be able to attack. Ooh, I have Olympus. I can pump up Machine Man. Oh, the only thing. So he would kill Senyaka. That's the only thing. And I don't really want him to do that. I would like to get Senyaka down to 1, and then I can. So I can Son of Zeus to ready and attack, and then use Prince of Power and heal 2 off of that. I may actually only be able to do 1. And I'm gonna have to get rid of this Hydra as well, but that's not gonna happen until next turn. So I think. So I can spend up to 3 resources of any type. That makes me wonder. So if I want to use Olympus, because Olympus is throwing 2 resources right now, what if I only want to spend 1 of those resources on Machine Man? Does the other? Do I get to just disappear the other one? I think that would be how it works, because it doesn't. I don't think you're forced to spend all the resources. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Because either way, this is going to cost me 2. And I'm an idiot, because when I jumped down last, I didn't get my last. I could have been working on that too. Oh well. So. Oh wait, no, we're not exhausting him. We're exhausting Olympus. So I'm just gonna spend 1 of these resources on Machine Man. So he's gonna have +1 attack, so he'll have 2 attack. Exhaust him, so he does 2 damage to Senyaka. Then I'm gonna play Son of Zeus to ready Hercules. Oh, I also get to ready. I mean, it doesn't matter. I guess I'll ready his helm. And then, since I have 2 gifts, I get to gain a tough. So that will help. Now Hercules is going to attack Senyaka for 3. So that's going to be 2 more. Then I need to take out Senyaka, exhaust the Prince of Power, and we'll gain 2 hit points. So we're back at 10. And that is the end of my turn. Oh, I really need to bounce down so I can get that other labor. I was going to do that and I completely spaced it. Alright, so 4 cards. Another Son of Zeus. We got a Wisdom of Athena, which is good. A Gift of Battle, and Brother Voodoo. So Brother Voodoo could definitely come in handy. Wisdom of Athena would be nice for if I have another... Well, if I can bounce down, because the last labor is going to be the side scheme one. It could also help me get rid of Sabotage Master Mold, which would be good to get rid of. Alright, so this is going to go up by 1. Magneto is going to attack. And I have a Son of Zeus in hand, so I'm going to block. Or no, I don't have to block, because I have tough. So I'm just going to use the tough. So he's attacking for 3, 4. So I'm just going to have the tough deal with that. The Lernaean Hydra is going to attack. I think for this one I'm just going to have Machine Man eat the attack. Because I don't want Victor Mancha to get down too far. I know, it's probably not the most... Oh, I forgot. He gets another... He had that other boost, so he had +2. Oh, it's good to see that gone. Ares Axe. Which would have given Magneto +2. So he would have been attacking for 2, 3, 4, 5 every turn, and you can't get rid of the axe unless you take no damage from his attack. Which... Oh, the axe doesn't give piercing, so... Even if he had it, he would have lost it this turn because of the tough. Anyway, back to the Lernaean Hydra. So it's probably not like the most correct play, but I think I'm going to just have the Lernaean Hydra, its attack. I'm going to have Machine Man eat it. I'm trying to keep Amadeus Cho alive, especially when he's down to 1 hit point, and Victor Mancha is already injured. Is going to be difficult if I lose Victor Mancha, so I'm just going to keep Victor Mancha as healthy as I can. And I don't really need Machine Man right now, so I'll do that, and then I get 2 encounter cards. I've really got to get rid of that. Alright, so we have another M-type Sentinel. And Fabian Cortez. And we don't have a lot of good ways to deal with them. So... See, I only attack... Man, the one thing about these, I do kind of wish that they would give you permanent buffs. Like the Sword of Peleus, I wish it would give like a +1 attack. That would be really useful right now. Alright, we're going to use Amadeus Cho to draw a card. Oh, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That gives me another ready, which is good. Because I can use Victor Mancha to ready myself since he is an Avenger. I would like to hit the Lernaean Hydra. Man, it's 6 hit points. Wisdom of Athena can take 4 off of Olympic Feud, which would put that down to 3. I wonder, I would like to play Brother Voodoo. So the Gift of Battle will kill the M-type Sentinel. I can take out Fabian Cortez. That's going to be a couple of attacks, but I do have Earth's Mightiest Heroes to help with that. Man, I hate to dump this Wisdom of Athena, but I think I'm going to need to if I want to play Brother Voodoo. Because he can help with the thwarting. Plus he could go get me another event. Though it seems kind of silly to play. So it would give me another ready. But man, I really need to get rid of that Olympic feud. I think I have a fly somewhere and it's like stuck on something. It sounds like there's a weird buzzing sound. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I think first we're going to take care of Fabian Cortez. Oh, but that means we're just going to get another minion. This is terrible. I don't want more minions. I can't deal with more minions right now. I've got more than I can deal with at the moment anyway. Olympus. Because, let's see, so Gift of Battle +1 pays for, or no, sorry. So just one card with Gift of Battle. One card helps me pay for Gift of Battle because I've got 2 gifts out. We'll take out the Sentinel, and then just gives Magneto tough, which is not that big of a deal. I have piercing now anyway. But that gets rid of a minion. I can get rid of Fabian Cortez. That's gonna give me another minion, so I'll still have the Lernaean Hydra and whatever gets drawn because of Fabian. I can heal off of taking out Fabian though, because I have Earth's Mightiest Heroes, so I can use that on Victor Mancha to ready Hercules. So I attack Fabian for 3. Ready using Victor Mancha. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it was very annoying. And my cat Apollo was very interested in it, so. Hi, Apollo. Hi, buddy. I don't know if you guys heard, he meowed. He said hi. And he did it again. Let's see. So then I can use Prince of Power and heal more. I am at 10 hit points, which is way better than what I was at before. But because that would heal me, because if I attack him again, yeah, that would heal me for 2, so that would put me at 12 hit points. Then I'm going to get another minion. Oh, I guess we'll just do it. Alright, so we're attacking Fabian Cortez for 3. I do also still have Son of Zeus, so I could ready again. We're going to use Earth's Mightiest Heroes to exhaust Victor Mancha, ready Hercules, who's going to immediately attack again. we're going to use Prince of Power. So that's 1 on Fabian. And then, because I'm attacking for 3, that's going to give me another 2 hit points. So I'm at 12. My max would be 14, 15, 16, 17, would be 17. So that's a little bit more, I guess, I guess I could use, instead of doing that, I could use Victor to ready Amadeus Cho and draw a card and see what I get off of that. But I don't know how much that's gonna help necessarily. It would. Yeah, Apollo is my little, so when I got him and Ares, they're both little tuxie cats. Ares actually looks, he's got the pattern where he actually looks like he's wearing a tux. And then Apollo is, he's got a lot more white on him. But when I got them, Ares was actually protecting Apollo. They were just little kittens. They weren't, I got them at the shelter. I had taken, there was a dog wandering around in our neighborhood, and my neighbors didn't know what to do with it, and so I said I would take him to the shelter because I couldn't deal with it at the time. I would have gladly taken him in. He was very well behaved, looked like some sort of a herding dog, like an Australian Shepherd or something. He had a collar, but apparently he had no chip, and there was nothing on, he didn't have any tags on his collar. But I had 2 dogs at the time. I had 2 corgis and a cat, and I just didn't have the time to deal with adding an extra dog into the mix. So I took him to the shelter, and while I was there, I saw these 2 little black and white tuxie cats in a cage. And I had been wanting to get another cat to be a friend for my cat. That didn't, like, spoiler alert, that didn't work out well. She doesn't like either of them. But, like, I could not separate the 2 because Ares was actually, like, he was laying on top of Apollo, like he was protecting him, and Apollo just looked, he was skin and bones. He was terrified of everything. And I brought him home, and I swear for, like, the first 2 days, he found a place, like, underneath my bathroom. I kept them in my bathroom to keep them separate from my other cat, and give them time to sniff at each other under the door. But he found a way to climb up underneath the drawers of my bathroom vanity. And so for like 2 days, he just sat in there and would not come out. And I finally had to pull the drawers out to get him out. And then there's a channel that I used to watch a whole lot called Kitten Academy, where they foster pregnant cats, and then when the cats give birth, they take care of the kittens until the kittens are weaned, and then the kittens get they call it their graduation, which is when they get spayed or neutered, and then they're adopted out. But one thing that he likes to do with the mom cats and the babies is he likes to handle them and play with them, and he'll like lay down on a beanbag chair and hold them on his chest. And so I was like, well, I'll try that with Apollo and see if it works, because he was just like super skittish. And I did that a couple of times where I just lay down, and for like 30 minutes I just held him on my chest. And after that, like, he's scared of everybody but me. I'm his person. So that was, it's been a few years since then, but yeah, like anytime somebody else has ever come over to the house, or when I have somebody come over to take care of the cats when I'm away for a few days, like, he will hide. They won't see him at all. He just hides somewhere. Ares has a harder time hiding because he's fat. I don't know where he is right now, but I started calling him Mr. Chunk because he's so fat. Anyway, back to the game. I gotta decide what to do. So if instead of taking out Fabian Cortez, so if I take back that, okay. So if I do just the first attack on him, I can use Earth's Mightiest Heroes on Victor Mancha to ready Amadeus Cho, which will allow me to draw another card. How many doubles have I used? I've used energy. So all my doubles are already gone, so I'm not going to draw a double. I don't know what that would necessarily get me. Because if I want to play Brother Voodoo, Olympus will give me 2 resources, but then I still need to pay for it with another resource. But then he'll get me another card back. And plus, it would be nice to play Son of Zeus so I can get another tough again. Oh, and then I didn't use this. Oh, but then that would mean that my hit points go back down to 10. Oh, this is hard. You know what, we're just going to say I played it the way I played it and leave it at that. So Fabian is gone. But now I'm going to get another Acolyte minion, so discard cards until an Acolyte minion comes out. Amelia Vote. Stalwart and teamwork. And when defeated, the player who defeated Amelia Vote is confused. If they're already confused, place 2 threat on the main scheme. So now I've got her to deal with. She's got 5 hit points, which is going to be kind of hard to deal. But she only attacks for 1. Which is nice. That's actually kind of helpful. Alright, so we're still exhausted. I'm going to use Olympus to pay for Son of Zeus. So I'm going to ready Hercules. I guess I'll ready Prince of Power. And then I will gain another tough status card. Oh, if only I had 3 gifts out. Man, I really misplayed that not getting that out. Especially since I can't really jump down right now because of Magneto's extra thwarting and then all this sitting in front of me. That's really unfortunate. Alright, I am going to use Brother Voodoo to pay for the Gift of Battle. So I can do 5 damage. I'm going to take out this M-type Sentinel. Yeah, he's really chunky. He's not the fattest cat that I've ever seen, but he's definitely... I can always tell. I have a little kind of deck off of my bedroom, and he likes to jump up on the handrail and wander around. I can always tell when he jumps off because I just hear thunk when he hits the deck. It's so funny. It's like, well, he was up there and now he's not up there anymore. Okay, so that leaves me able to attack. Man, it'd be really nice to draw ready for a fight so I could pop down, grab that, and then easily pop back up again. As it is, I can't kill either of these two, but I will at least put some damage on Amelia. Because if I try to attack the Lernaean Hydra, he's just going to end up with 1 damage. All I have is Wisdom of Athena left, which is a mental resource, so I can't pay that physical resource. So he'll heal 2 damage off of it anyway. So I'll attack her for 3. And then I guess that's about all I can do with what I have right now. I'm gonna keep Wisdom of Athena because I really need to start getting rid of threat off of those. Or if I'm able to pop down and grab that last labor. Alright, so we're readying up and drawing. So I already drew a reboot. Bait and switch, and oh, ready for a fight, speak of the devil. Alright, so reboot will help pay for that. Alright, but yeah, you can see, like, this deck is built with a lot of very low cost cards. So Olympus, like, as it gets later in the game, I end up overpaying for a lot. Hopefully we start seeing more actually overpayment cards with the other aspects than just Justice, because I would really like to see that. I'd like to see them explore that a little more. Alright, anyway, on to this. So this is going to gain another 1, so it's up to 3. So we're halfway to this popping again, so we gotta take care of that. Magneto is going to attack. He's attacking for 3. I have tough. I'm debating on whether do I want to use his, no, because I can use his helmet, or yeah, his helm to jump in front of the Lernaean Hydra. As it is, Victor Mancha is just going to block Amelia. Yeah, so I'm just going to take Magneto's attack. I don't have a counterpunch, so I can't really do anything with that anyway. So he's attacking for 3, 4, 5. So I'll just take that on the tough. Then this is going to go up to 3. And now we have to discard cards until a magnetic card is discarded. Metal shards. Deal 1 damage to each character you control. That kills Amadeus. Place 1 magnet counter on the main scheme. Wow, that really sucks. Alright, so there goes Amadeus Cho. He's gone. Victor Mancha is up to 3 damage. And we have to place a magnetic counter here, but then we have to remove 3, so it'll just have the 1. So then that goes away. Wow, that sucked. Plus I take damage as well. Frustrating. Alright, so now she's attacking. Victor Mancha is just gonna take that damage, and then he doesn't actually take the damage. The Lernaean Hydra is attacking Herc's Helm. So I lose another life, or another hit point, and now we get we get 2 encounter cards. Not great, but at least I'll be able to flip down this turn, so I can get more card draw. Hopefully get more set up and get that out of the way. I'd also like to get rid of that Olympic feud. Okay, so there's encounter deck. 2 cards. Delgado, teamwork. And I forget exactly how teamwork works. Let's see. Sorry, I'm gonna have to look this up. I'd completely forgotten how teamwork works, so Whoops, let's see. Where is my rule book? There we go. What is it doing? Sorry, I'm sure this is like riveting. Okay, so page 42. Oops. Treachery, tough timing. Teamwork, okay. After a minion with teamwork enters play and engages a player, if there's at least one other minion that shares that specified trait in play, the minion that just entered play activates against the player it's engaged with. Alright, so Delgado is attacking for 2, which I think I'm just going to end up taking. So that kind of sucks. And then Master of Magnetism. When revealed, take the topmost magnetic card in the encounter discard pile and give it to Magneto. As a face down boost card, Magneto activates against you. And there are no cards in the encounter discard because we just flipped it over. So now Magneto's attacking for 3. Yeah, I think I should probably block this because I'm down to 8 hit points again, and yeah, that's not good. So yeah, I will block. He's hitting for 3. Oh, and this would have exhausted me anyway, so good call me. So I'll take 1 damage from that attack. But I think I'm gonna use my Gauntlets of Hercules just to hit Magneto back. So first damage on Magneto. I have Retaliate 2, so he's down to 16. Oh, look at that. First damage on Magneto. Yeah, so I got the first one, so he did fire off. So that sucked. Wow. I feel like I'm just kind of like treading water at the moment. not doing all that great. Okay. I'm gonna use a bait and switch to play Wisdom of Athena to take 4 off of here. I've got to get rid of that. That's not doing anything good for me right now. And then I'm going to use Reboot to put out Ready for a Fight. Actually, let's see. Yeah. Because I still, like, I've got Olympus here. It's just I never know what to spend it on because if I don't have Machine Man out, I can't really dump the resources. So I'm going to flip down, and I think maybe I should wait until after the... Oh no, I'd have to do it now because that's the entire reason I put out Ready for a Fight, is so that I could jump back up again. Alright, so we have Embodied Pathos. I gotta find a side scheme. that is not in play. Alright. So our choices are Magnetic Mayhem, Magnetically Sealed, the Acolytes, and Seized. Which one of these is less bad? 3v2. Place 2 additional threat here for each ally in play. Nope, don't want that. I don't want Magnetic Mayhem. Seize. When revealed, each player places the top 6 cards of their deck face down here, under here. And when defeated, Magneto activates against the player who defeated this scheme. And then all the cards are discarded. Or each Acolyte minion gains guard. And that gives me an extra card every turn. That doesn't sound great. So this had 4, so this would have 10. This would have 10 on it. Man, none of these are a really good choice. Especially since I'm not going to be able to get rid of it right away. I don't know. Seized might be my best bet. Let's see, what am I missing? That's going to take like all my readies. I guarantee, because I haven't pulled a Limitless Stamina yet. And this is the rest of my deck. So I'm willing to bet in the top 6 cards I'll have at least 1 or 2 Limitless Staminas in there. So that doesn't sound like a good idea. I might have to go with Magnetically Sealed. Because even though it prevents me from taking threat off the main, it doesn't really do anything else. It just has extra threat on it. I'm probably going to regret this, but that's the one I'm going to take. So these get shuffled back in. Okay, so there's that. Wait, so this, so I get 6 extra, yeah, so I'll have 10, so we'll just put that there. Oh, this is not going well, and I can't really do anything else, so we're unexhausting and ready. 3, 4 cards. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, yep, there's a Limitless Stamina, Wisdom of Athena, Gift of Battle, and a Counterpunch. Actually, this isn't terrible. If I can survive this turn. Alright, so this is going to go up by 2. So it would be at 5. Magneto is, oh wow, that's really bad. He would scheme, but we're gonna ready for a fight to flip up. I will exhaust to block, so he's hitting for 3. And there are no Acolyte minions in the discard pile right now, so that doesn't really do anything. Alright, so I take 8 damage. Oops. And I'm down to 16. Man, this is... Or I'm down to 6. Magneto's at 16. Alright, Amelia Vogt is gonna attack. I kind of think I should get Victor Mancha back into the discard pile, so then he comes in fresh later. So I think I'm not gonna have him block her. I'll have him probably block Delgado. I'll use my helm to block her, and then I'm going to use the gauntlets of Hercules, so that ends up taking her out. Oh, I should use counterpunch for something, maybe. Or no, I'm going to keep that in hand, now that I think about it. Yeah, because, so I have Wisdom of Athena, which I want to play, which is going to take 4 off of here, which will put it down to 6. And then I can ready, if I use Counterpunch for Limitless Stamina, I can ready, I'll take 3 off, so that just leaves 3 on there. I wish I could ready again. Plus I have a Gift of Battle. The main is just going to end up popping this turn, unfortunately. I can't do anything about it. So maybe instead of doing 3 damage there, I should use Gift of Battle. Wait, because I still have to pay for Wisdom of Athena. Oh, this is where the extra card draw would come in handy from Cho, but I don't have it. Because I've got to get rid of these minions, man. They're killing me. Alright, so she's gone. Delgado's attacking. Victor Mancha's going to jump in the way, so he's gone. And then the Lernaean Hydra is going to attack me, and so I'm just going to take the 2. So I'm down to 4. So again, not great. I couldn't have blocked it anyway because I had blocked already. Man, I feel like I'm going to lose this game. I feel like I'm going to lose. This is not going well. Let's see. I think... Yeah, I got 2 encounter cards. So she's attacking me and I can't do anything about it, so that puts me down to 2. And Electric Shock. You are stunned. Take 1 damage for each magnet counter on the main scheme. Which should be 2. Because I forgot to put 1 after. So that kills me. I'm dead. Oh. Yeah, that didn't go over very well. Man, there was just too much stuff that got piled on. Like, I'm telling you, I really hate, I hate Defeat the Hydra as the first labor. I don't think I've ever had a good game where Defeat the Hydra came out first. If it's Protect Humanity that comes out, I usually have a pretty good game. Just because it gives me a little bit of time to set up. Plus it gives me Amadeus Cho immediately, who's automatically giving me card draw. But yeah, Defeat the Hydra, I don't think I've ever had a really good game where Defeat the Hydra, unless I was playing multiplayer and I had other people who were able to jump in and kind of help mitigate some stuff. But if I'm trying to do all the things by myself, the Defeat the Hydra, it just, as the very first labor, I hate it. And for whatever reason, I always draw it first. I hate it so much. But yeah, I tried. I think I'll give this another try. To see if I have. I don't know if things were just coming out in the wrong order. Because that's also a thing too. Things come out in the wrong order, or just not the greatest order. Yeah, it's awesome if I can get the cards that I need at the very beginning in order to take care of, say, defeat the Hydra. Like, for instance, if I have a Gift of Battle in my hand, yeah, paying 3 for 5 damage isn't that great, but for defeat the Hydra, that can be enough for me to take it down in the first turn, or at least by the second turn, which puts you ahead. Because as soon as you start getting the gifts out, Hercules, it's kind of exponential the way that he works as soon as he starts getting the gifts out. He really ramps up fast once those start coming out. Plus, I misplayed. Like, I didn't get this out as early as I should have, the embodied pathos, because I forgot when I flipped down. So that was my bad. Yeah, it is Magneto, and I probably should have scooped a lot earlier, but I was really trying. I wanted to see if I could push it, and if I could have gotten through this turn, I might have been able to do something. Maybe not. I don't know. The Gift of Battle probably would have helped take out something, but yeah, man, these acolytes too. The acolytes. Because when you defeat them, they all do bad stuff. You don't get anything good when you defeat them. It's just bad stuff. Either you get stunned, you get confused, you have to go get another one. And that's another thing is, like, if I didn't have all these allies constantly popping out, I think that would have been a lot easier. And I hate the Lernaean Hydra. It's gotten to the point where whenever I'm playing against a villain with Hercules, I will look for either a villain that comes with a 6 hit point minion that is not an elite, or I'll look for a modular set that I can throw in, because I hate dealing with this thing because it's just a resource sink. It sucks. Because you have to spend that resource or he heals 2 damage, and it's just... I mean, with his already low hand size, that's not great. Yeah, the side schemes, I mean, they... Like, normally I like to blast through his side schemes really fast, just so that I don't have to deal with them. But... yeah, Hercules is kind of he can't really thwart all that well. I kind of wonder if I built an aggression deck and then used the direct approach. I think that's what it's called. So that I could put that on his on Magneto's side schemes. I wonder if that would help, because then you can pretty much just blast through all of these if you're using the direct approach, because it gives them all assault, or it gives the side scheme assault. So yeah, but yeah, like, I've had a lot of fun with this deck. It's when it's going, it's really working well. Like, if I have Victor Mancha and Amadeus Cho out, and they're just doing their thing, Victor protecting Amadeus, and then Amadeus giving me card draw, like, the entire game. It's like you have a 5 hand size, so that's it's a shame when you get kind of you get a bad draw or rotten luck, or you get more than you can deal with, and then he ends up having to die. Like, man, drawing that one card that gave all my characters 1 damage, that didn't help a lot. So I don't know, but I'll give this another try, and I guess I'll see about streaming again next week on Wednesday at the same time. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 9:30 here. So I should probably start getting ready for bed because I still have to work in the morning. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Hopefully you had a good time. And if you're watching this after the fact, leave a comment, subscribe. I hope to be doing, I guess, more live streams, and I'll do some extra videos, just videos, not live streams. One I've been thinking about doing for a while is actually going over my storage system. Yeah, it is Magneto. Magneto is difficult. But yeah, so I'll do a video. Thanks DLarso. Oh, I wish it had been better, but that's okay. Yeah, I actually haven't played either Ronin or Venom Goblin all that much. I did play Venom Goblin. I did do the Sinister Motives campaign. But anyway, yeah, so I'll do more videos in the future of other stuff. One is my storage. I think people would probably be interested, and I get a little nitpicky about my storage. I don't by any means have OCD. I definitely do have some tendencies though, and if I gave into them, I would actually probably end up putting myself into full-on OCD. I would basically give myself full-on OCD if I kind of let myself go with that. But you'll kind of see a little bit of those tendencies in the way that I organize when I do that video. But anyway, yeah, thanks for joining, and hopefully next time we'll get a victory instead of a defeat, and Hercules can actually show what he can do.